book this year. It is a dystopian novel set in a time where the government is forcing its inhabitants to live inland, and the main character and her family have genetically modified some people so that they can live underwater. So the main character and the other Neptune kids are traveling to Safety Harbor, where an underwater colony is being developed. Nickel Bay Nick is about a boy who teams up with the secret Nickel Bay Nick, who goes around at holiday time and drops $100 bills in people's purses and things and brings joy to the town. Turn Left of the Cow is a mystery about a boy who goes to visit his grandmother, and he discovers that when his father was young, he supposedly robbed a bank, and everyone in town believes the money is buried somewhere on an island just off the lake. The Sinister Sweetness of Splendid Academy is about a brother and sister who go to a bizarre school, and there's kind of something strange there. They suspect children are being eaten. They're boiled first. It's okay. The Summer I Saved the World in 65 Days is about a girl who decides she wants to perform a good deed for every day of her summer break. The Worst Class Trip Ever is by Dave Barry. He's a Florida author. He writes for the Herald. A lot of you have read Dave Barry's stuff because if you read The Kingdom Keepers, Dave Barry wrote The Kingdom Keepers with Ridley Pearson. But this is a really funny book about a boy who goes on his class trip. They suspect terrorists are on the plane, and they decide to follow those terrorists all over Washington, D.C. to foil their plot. The Tupper Twins Go to War. It's about a brother and sister twins, and they're constantly trying to play practical jokes on each other and get back at each other for something, so there's a lot of humor there. Again, if you read at least 3, you can vote for your favorite in April. For Book Bash, if you've done Book Bash before, and you liked it, we're a little more casual about it. Sometimes in elementary school they're very competitive. We're a little more casual. We'll do bookmark design. We'll have book discussions about the books we loved, the books we hated. We'll have some trivia. We'll play other games with the books. We'll have pizza here. If you want to join, let me know, and start reading the Sunshine State books. You have to read at least 10 of the 15. You got one. All right, this year's book, like I said, for our reading celebration, is the Neptune Project. Last year we did some, and this year we're doing this book. There are 2 events for this book. The first one, if you want to attend the first event, you must read the book and pass the AR test by November 4th. All right, so we have about 6 weeks that you could do that. I have 32 copies of the book. Every copy is checked out right now, but keep checking because every day one comes back. You may check your public library. I've told them about it. But if you read that book and pass the test by November 4th, you will attend the Skype session with the author, which will be on November 15th in here. You'll also receive a goodie bag, and we'll have a pencil, a bookmark, candy, a language arts homework pass, and that's what you'll get to do if you finish by November 4th. Any questions about that first event? Okay, the second event, I have to play around with the deadline date for this because this event is not until Thursday, January 26th. I am limited in the number of students I can bring, and it depends how many middle schools in our county will participate. I've had 3 middle schools tell me they are not participating, and I said, well, good for me, I get to bring more students because first we said 15 per middle school. Well, now that I know those 3 aren't participating, that might give me 20. Again, those media specialists were just told about this on Monday, and you all were enjoying a day off. So once I know how many I can bring, I'll be able to play with that deadline date. The way let's say 100 students qualify, I'm still going to have to draw names out of a hat. It's likely I'm not going to be able to bring 100. So what I'll do is everyone who reads the book and passes the test by a certain date, and it will likely be just at the end before we go on winter break, I'll draw names. And I'll just draw your names out of a hat and say, okay, these are the people who get to go. The field trip is at the Florida Energy Center. It's in Cocoa. In the book, they discuss solar energy and renewable energy. So the Florida Energy Center is going to do a presentation on that. The author is going to be there live. She lives in Texas. She'll be flying out here and speaking with you because she is a former teacher and she does a lot of science research with dolphins. There's going to be a dolphin trainer there, and Cura Oceanus. They do a lot of ocean exploration with submersibles. They're going to be there. So again, for this one, the deadline will change a little bit, but if that sounds like something you'd really like to do, just look for that book, and we have a hold list that we're creating, so you can get that. Do you have any questions about that field trip? Okay. We have a blog. Maybe you want some extra credit for Ms. Ramos. You could say, hey, I need extra credit. She could tell you, well, read a Sunshine State book and post a comment on the blog. There are instructions on the blog on how to get started. All the instructions are there. I have a link to the blog in Edline. So if you go to the Media Center page in Edline, it is titled Blog, Sunshine State Young Readers. Please be appropriate and respectful in your comments. The blog is monitored by me. Nothing will get posted until it's reviewed. And you can put on there, hey, I love this book, but you're not going to get extra credit for that. You're really going to have to give a lot of details from the book to express that you read it. You can say, I didn't like the book, but again, do that in a respectful, responsible manner. You would just scroll down to the title you wanted to comment on. You can answer one of the 3 questions using details. There's a button there, you can't see it, it says comments. And then it is, you can go ahead and post your comment there. If I see that you really gave a thoughtful comment, I'll tell Ms. Ramos, hey, I saw that your students posted a thoughtful comment there. They might deserve some extra credit. I have read all of these books. I will be able to tell whether or not you read them. All right? When you write your name, please write it in a way so that I can recognize you, but creepers cannot. So I have this in the instructions, but there is an example. First name, last initial, language arts teacher's name, period, and then HMS for Hoover Middle School, so that I can easily identify you. And we have a fake email we're asking you to put in. That is also in the instructions. And again, appropriate language. Our book club will start meeting next month. So I know a couple parents already contacted me, so let me know or ask your parents to contact me if you are interested. All right, you are going to take a look at the Sunshine State books on your own. You are going to, and I'll get them out in a moment. I didn't have a chance to take them out. You're going to scan some QR codes again. I'm going to put these around the room. The code with the book cover is there. I want you to watch at least 3 book trailers. At least 3. You may watch more. When you are done watching book trailers, please come over here to get a bookmark. This bookmark lists all the Sunshine State books. I would like for you to circle one title that you think you would be interested in reading. This is your exit slip. You are going to show it to me on the way out, but I'm going to have you keep it so that you have a list of all the titles and you can remember which title or titles you would like to read. I want to remind you on how to log on.